So I'm really feeling into just delivering these messages as and when I feel like, rather than every single Sunday you have to show up with a subject and everything's feeling very structured and to-do listy, and my inner child doesn't like it. My inner child does not like all this routine and structure, and I'm at a place right now on my journey where I'm trying to come out of all of that and drop in. Just fully allow myself to drop in and trust and feel and lead from the body and the heart instead of the mind and the to-do list. And that's exactly what brings me to this little episode. I don't know how long it's going to be. I might go on forever. It might be short, sweet, to the point. Trust that you'll get what you need. That is my intention for every single one of you who tunes in. You will receive whatever you need from this message. I'm out in nature. I've just been on a little walk, got my feet on the grass. I'm feeling grounded. I've got my cacao. I'm in the heart space. And last night I held a really beautiful full moon ceremony. It was online. It's in my membership. You can still go back and watch it and redo it any full moon that you want. My membership will be in the comments to this podcast. It's a monthly subscription, £33.33 a month, and you get full unlimited access to me, to my wisdom, to my healing, to my work, to everything that I teach and I preach, like everything that you need to know when it comes to going on a healing journey and ultimately manifesting the life that you desire. You will find in this membership, that is the whole point to it. It's not just about manifestation, it's a lot of deep inner healing work as well. It's not for everybody. Like, some people will join and be like, this is too much, because the healing work is very deep. It takes you to a place that a lot of us don't want to go to, and some of us aren't ready to go to. And I feel like just respect that part and be like, right, I'm not ready to do this yet, but always have an open mind and be like, when the time comes, then I'll be led to where I'm supposed to be. But right now it might not be your timing, and that's okay. No pressure, no force, no force, just doing what feels good to you for this part of your journey. That is the energy and the intention behind this membership. I haven't created it to be for everybody, even though I have a deep belief that every single woman out there needs to do this work and will get so much from doing this work. I understand, I get it, because that was me like 4 or 5 years ago. Stuff like this I would run a mile. Like, I completely wasn't ready, and I had to trust in that part of my journey. And then once I was ready, that's when I started showing up and I started doing the work. And to be honest, since I started, I haven't stopped, and I definitely haven't looked back. It's life-changing. I went off on a little bit of tangent there. Let's get back to the podcast. So, last night I held space for my full moon, and a beautiful girl called Katie asked the question. What came up in the full moon ceremony was the importance of your relationship with you. So nothing outside of yourself, like you developing that inner connection with yourself. This led me to speaking about the importance of self-love and your connection to yourself, and leading a life from authenticity and being the real you, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter who you're with, who you're around, what room you're in, what role you've been asked to play. All of it, you're still you, rooted and grounded in your truth. Like, you stand by you. And she asked me the question of, but how do you do that? Like, how do you love yourself? That's what she said. Although I answered it on the live, when I came off, I really sat with that question. So I decided to go back through journal entries and really done some reflection around my own self-love journey, and fell into what has it been for me, like my own personal experience. And what came through for me was how I never set out on my journey for it to be a self-love journey. That was a byproduct of my dedication to me and changing my life and wanting more. Like, that was the big one. And I think for a lot of us, we've got to get to that space where we're just sick of our own shit and we're like, right, something needs to change here. And my initial journey started from not necessarily wanting to love myself. That was never it. It was wanting to stop choosing men who was in this pattern and this cycle, and they were all the same men, just different names and different bodies, but the exact same way that he treated me, and he treated me, and it was this ongoing cycle that I was in. So I then wanted to start this journey of self-discovery to be like, I want to stop attracting these types of men. I want to stop bringing this type of man into my energetic field. That's what I want to change. I want to change how men love me, not how I love me. Because I was on a part of my journey where I was that disconnected that I didn't realise anything about how I loved me. I had no awareness of that. I didn't know the importance of my relationship with me, which, girls, is the most important relationship that we have. There's nothing above that. Like, your relationship with you is the most sacred relationship ever. Like, to think, just in this moment now, to think that you're the one person that you don't ever leave, ever, at any point. No matter if you're happy, you're sad, you're having a breakdown, you're struggling, you're on the biggest high, every single thing that you go through, there you are. Like, there you are. You go to bed with yourself every single night. You wake up with yourself every single morning. I think that part we just bypass because we're too busy out there. We're too busy looking out there for the love, for the attention, for the validation, for the feeling of being good enough, for the feeling of acceptance, for the feeling of somebody making you feel like you're worthy of being loved. And all of that goes back to your inner child wounding, where you may not have received that love as a child from whichever parent. Maybe it was both. So you will then spend the rest of your adult life seeking that out in a relationship. In come the men. Like, here comes the men who will reflect all of those wounds back to you. They will reflect where you are seeking for love. But the love that you're seeking isn't from the men. The men will never be able to give you that love. The love that you are seeking, that your inner child is seeking, is from you. It's internal, it's within, it's deep within yourself. But how can you access that? So it's easy. It would be so easy now for me to come on this podcast and be like, just love yourself. Like, what's up with you? Just go to the shop and buy yourself flowers and buy your favourite chocolate and romanticise your life and look in the mirror and, you know, tell yourself that you're the most beautiful girl in the world and listen to nice feminine music and move your body and just get a nice bath with candles. Like, that's how you love yourself. When you're in a frequency of not understanding your connection to you, all of that stuff will feel false. It will feel like the biggest mask. It will feel like you're lying to yourself, because ultimately you are. It's all a lie. You can't stand in a mirror and do positive affirmations and do all the self-love stuff and even read a self-love book and listen to a self-love podcast and all of the things, but not feel it from within. Because again, that's all out there. The podcast, the book, the affirmations, the music, it's all outside of yourself. It's about coming inwards. It's about coming in here, coming into the body, out of the mind. So how did I do that? How did I do that when I was so disconnected from my heart space and from my body, and I lived an entire life through my mind? Like, from a very young age, I was in survival, and that meant that you stay up here because it is dangerous to come into here. You feel too much. It's overwhelming. It's not safe. That's the feeling. Like, it doesn't feel safe in here. So stay up here where you can be in control, where you get to dictate what you feel, what you think, who you're with. Like, you get to numb out, you get to disconnect, you get to distract yourself. You don't have to feel. You can wear a mask, and life gets to be simple until it isn't. Until you get to a part of your journey where you're like, I've had enough. I've had enough of living this life where I don't even know who I am. I don't even know how I feel. I don't know what makes me happy. I don't know what lights me up. I don't know what my purpose of being here is. And when we feel into wanting our purpose, again, we think it's out there, and it's not. It's within. It's connecting back to your truth. It's having that relationship where you know who you are. And it's once you know who you are that you then know what you're here to do, what impact you're here to have in this world, what your mission is. It's knowing your heart from within. So I didn't start off with the self-love books. I didn't start off with the affirmations. I didn't start off with the mirror work. Okay, so grab your journals. I want you to be making notes on what I'm about to say, because I was reading through journal entries from 2020 and I was like, there we go. That was the shift. That changed so much for me in terms of how I began to reconnect, began to reclaim myself, began to want more on a deeper level instead of staying superficial. So I dedicated a 30-day practice. That was it, just 30 days, which now has turned into almost 5 years. But I didn't start out with the pressure of this now needing to be my life. I was just like, let's see what happens. Let's give it a go. Like, have I got 30 days in me? Yeah, I have. So I'm gonna dedicate to this. So I give myself 30 days of devotion. That's what I called it. Like, the title in my journal is 30 days of devotion to self. And in that 30 days, I began to implement things as I went along. So it was a little bit of trial and error at the start. And then once I got to terms with it, became a full-blown practice. And still to this day, I still do this practice, which I'm about to share with you. So the first thing that I done was went out and I bought a journal. Do you know how many women I speak to and they're like, I haven't got a journal? And I'm like, how do you live your life? Like, I can't function. Like, I've even got my journal now. Like, I don't really go anywhere without it. And it helps so much. And once you get into the routine and the ritual of journaling, it's life-changing. Like, you won't look back. So get a journal, and this is going to be a dedication to your truth. So in this journal, you can't lie, you can't make stuff up, you can't hold back. Like, literally set the intention, like, this journal I'm gonna pour everything into. And be in the energy of nobody's ever gonna see it. So even if you live with somebody, put it in a safe place where nobody's gonna come looking for it and stumble across it and read it. Like, if anybody was to read my journal, it would actually hurt me. It would hurt me feelings. Like, that is it's so sacred and private that I would never want anybody to read it. And that's because I pour my heart and soul into it and I don't hold back. And that's such a liberating feeling, because sometimes we can lie to ourselves on a subconscious level. Like, if you're journaling and you're thinking, oh, my boyfriend might read this, or my mum and dad might read it, you're going to hold back. You're not going to be in your truth. There's going to be things that you want to write, but you're like, I can't write that, because subconsciously you're thinking about, what if he reads it? What if she sees it? So find somewhere where you feel comfortable to hide it, where you can literally write whatever your heart desires and you have full trust that nobody's ever going to come across it, because that's going to enable you to be fully in your truth and be really vulnerable on those pages. The next thing is having a morning practice. So everything that I'm about to tell you to do is to be done in the morning. The morning is where it's at, the most powerful time of your day. That 60-minute window when you wake up in the morning is where you literally get to reprogram and rewrite and set yourself up in a brand new vibration for a brand new day ahead. If you miss that window of time because you're scrolling mindlessly on your phone, you're rushing about because you haven't set your alarm, you're not organised with the kids' packed lunch, you've got loads to do in the morning, you're screaming, you're shouting, then you get stuck in traffic, everything's dead stressful, your vibration is so low, your nervous system has gone to shit, that's your vibration set for your day ahead. So just feel into where you feel like you're tuned into in terms of you showing up energetically for that day. So that 60-minute window really is an opportunity for you to get clear on who you want to be, not what you want to do, not how you want to show up, not what you're going to say and how you're going to look and what roles are you going to play, but how you want your day to feel. You get to choose because you're the creator of your life. So that 60-minute window, use it wisely. So whatever time you get up right now, set your alarm 60 minutes earlier. So if you get up 7 o'clock with the kids, set your alarm for 6 a.m. Give yourself that 60-minute window when the whole house is asleep. Your fella, the kids, whether you live at home with your parents, like, try and honour everybody being asleep so that you get the full energy of the house. So there's not people, you're not there trying to meditate and someone's in the kitchen putting the kettle on and hanging out the washing. Like, all them distractions are going to take you out of your practice instantly. So it's about creating the space to give you the time and the dedication with no distractions and no outside noise, else it won't work. Next thing that I done was I created an altar. So now in my new house, I have, at the back of my house, I have a meditation room, which is basically a room, like, my altar is basically that room. Back then, I didn't have this house, so I created a space in my bedroom, in the corner of my bedroom, with a little side table with used to have a lamp on it, and it was just in the corner of my room. So you don't need a big altar, or you don't need to, redecorate and reorganize your whole entire life around this. It can be very simple. So in these journal entries, I took myself back to when I used to be at that altar, and it was in the corner of my bedroom with a lamp stand, and yeah, that is where the magic happened. That's where it all began for me. I do a full in-depth video and masterclass around how to create an altar, what elements are on your altar, why, what objects, like all of the stuff. I haven't got time on this podcast to go into it, so I'm going to keep it nice and simple. If you want that video, join the membership, get involved, and you'll see everything in there. But basically, your altar is going to be where you do your prayer and your dedication. Now, when I say prayer, I'm not saying that you need to pray to God and all of that. I'm not trying to push my beliefs on absolutely anybody. If it feels good to you, feel into pray into your higher self, the highest version of who you are. In the morning, you're going to connect to her. That's it. How does that feel in your body? So, your altar, you're going to have your crystals. You're going to have a picture of your inner child. You're going to have any objects in your life that have meaning to you. Maybe you want a picture of a loved one who's passed away. You're going to have a candle. You're going to have some sage and some incense. This is all about setting the energy, your energetic field, before you go into your actual practice. It's the most important part. So when that alarm goes off in the morning, you get up out the bed. You don't snooze it. You don't make excuses. You don't procrastinate. You don't tell yourself, oh, I can't be bothered, I'm not doing it, because you're only letting yourself down. And this is a 30-day dedication, devotion to you, to changing your life, to going within, to connecting back to you. 30 days. It's all that's been asked from you. A really good technique for not snoozing your alarm, which helped me so much at the start, is Mel Robbins' 5-4-3-2-1 technique. She's got a really good book. If you've not read it, I do recommend it. It's one of the first books that I read. But basically, when your alarm goes off, you give yourself a 5-second window to basically get your shit done. So you don't allow yourself to talk yourself out of the decision. So you don't allow that part of the mind to come in, because you've got a 5-second window to get the fuck out of the mind. Your alarm goes off and you're literally going to count down in your head 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you get up. You don't think about getting up. You don't think about recounting. You don't think about snoozing. You literally get up. The more that you do this, the easier it gets as you go along. I promise you. From a girl who literally could not get out of the bed, who now has consistent 5 a.m s, it works and it helps. Then what you're going to do, before you go down and do your morning coffee and all of that, I want you to go straight to your altar. So whether it's in your bedroom, your living room, wherever feels good to you, but remember, it's got to be a place in your house where you will not get distracted. So for me in my house, it was my bedroom. So you go straight to your altar, you light your candle, you're gonna put your incense on. So you can literally buy incense sticks from any crystal shop. They're like £1. They're not expensive. You can get a smudge stick off Amazon, just type it in. You can get Palo Santo as well, that's really nice. They're so cheap, they're like £2-3, get them off on Amazon. And what you're going to do is you're going to cleanse your space. So you're going to cleanse your energy, you're going to cleanse the room, whatever room that you're in, you're going to cleanse your energetic field. This is you resetting your energy in that moment. And then I'm all about the music. Music is so healing. I'm absolutely all in on music. In fact, I don't have any part of my practice that I don't incorporate music. It's a really powerful way to get you fully connected in the heart space. So in the comments to this video, I have linked a playlist that I use, which is music that has no lyrics. So it's instrumental music. So nothing's speaking to me, nothing's singing to me. There's no lyrics. I'm not taking anything in. I'm just in the vibration of the music. And that's really powerful for getting it in the heart and coming out of the mind. This practice is about the less doing as possible. This is about being in your being. So you're not actually doing much. And that's the magic of it. So your energy's set, your environment's set, you've got your music on, then you're going to get out your journal. So before I do anything, I check in with myself. Literally ask myself questions. Keep it simple, don't overcomplicate it. I'm not trying to do all this deep informed trauma work. I'm just like, Catherine, how are you feeling today? What's going on for you? Let's have a catch up, let's have a check in. But here's the thing, you can't journal from your mind, because the mind doesn't know shit. Like, the mind is old thoughts, old habits. Everything that happened yesterday is still going on in the mind. So this is about coming out of the mind and dropping into your heart space. So a really beautiful practice to do that is literally putting your hand on your heart space, put your other hand on your womb, breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and breathe out for 4 seconds, and repeat that 10 times. So as the music's playing, as the incense is in the air, you've got your hand on your heart space, you literally feel the beating of your heart, you've got your hand on your womb area, you're connected to your feminine, and then the breath comes in and the breath just overtakes. So when you're present with the breath, the mind doesn't get a look in. This is you coming back into the body. That's a really beautiful technique to do. Probably my favourite when it comes to breath work, because it's not too much and the nervous system loves it. So when you've done that and you're feeling activated and you're feeling in your heart space, and it's so normal to get upset as well, it's so normal to release any emotion that wants to come out will, and it's about allowing yourself to. Don't block it, just allow yourself to feel it, get vulnerable, give yourself that time, hold the space for you. And it isn't even just about you, and you'll feel this as you get into the practice every day. This is about your inner child. Like, she needs to be felt, she needs to be witnessed in that vulnerability, and that's you giving her the beautiful opportunity to come through and be felt. And then you're going to journal and you're just going to feel into whatever you feel in that moment. I want you to really take it to a place of gratitude. And if you're going through something in your life where you're struggling and you're struggling to find anything positive, bring it back to your truth. Feel into the roof over your head, your children asleep in the beds, knowing that they're healthy, they're happy, they're loved. Feel into the fact that you can just walk down the stairs and go and make a cup of coffee. Just take it back to basics. It doesn't have to be hitting this target and hitting this goal, and the business isn't where you want it to be, and maybe you're looking for your dream man but you haven't found him yet. Like, don't feel into all of that stuff. Feel into what truly matters. What are your values? What do you value in this life? Feel into your family, your friends, the people that you surround yourself with. Like, if you was in a situation in your life where the universe is really testing you and God is bringing you to your knees, who's that person? Who is that person that you ring, that you call on, that you hold close in your heart space? Write them down in your journal. Write the gratitude for that person. It's so easy to feel into gratitude when we keep it nice and simple, and we just remember what actually has true meaning to us in our lives. So then after your gratitude, you're now fully in the heart space. You've just reset your vibration just from coming into a state of gratitude. So now it's time to sit with yourself. meditation. It's life-changing. But I also know how hard it is, because when I first started meditating, I could not do it. I couldn't understand it. In fact, I used to think, how do people do this? Like, I could not sit with myself for minutes. I was going to say 5 minutes. No, even 2 minutes. It felt like a struggle to me, because we're not used to being in the frequency of nothingness. We're not used to that vibration. It feels so uncomfortable, and the nervous system doesn't like it there, because the nervous system is used to the get up and go and the chaos and the doing and the to-do list. So to be able to be like, you sit the fuck down and just be with yourself and feel into your breath and feel into your heart space, no, it's so uncomfortable. So this is about practice. This is a process. This is about consistency, and the more that you do it, the more that you show up, the more that you show up for this practice consistently, that's where it's at. That's the only advice that I can give you when it comes to struggling with meditation. There's no quick fix, there's no book, there's no shortcut. It's just consistency. It's the more that you do it, the more that you become it, the more that you are it, the more that you can't live without it, the more that it becomes your entire life, to the point, if I don't meditate, I don't know who I am. I'm going to start off with 5 minutes and build your way up. So there's 2 ways that you can do this. You can either just sit with yourself with your music playing in the background, again, hands on your heart space, connecting to your breath. Just stay present with the breath. That is where it's at. That is where everything's at. The breath will show you. The breath will lead you if you allow yourself to be led. So you can either do a silent meditation where you're just sitting with yourself and you're just connecting to your breath and you're just in the moment, or you can, which I first started doing, just type in on YouTube guided meditation. And what I want you to do, there's so many that I can recommend. However, my number 1 tip is you choose it. You feel into it. You trust in what you need in that moment, because I'm not you. So what I would do was I would type in wherever I was at in my life. So maybe I needed self-love. Maybe I needed confidence. Maybe I was feeling a certain way, so I wanted to work with self-image. Whatever it is for you, type that in. So meditation for self-love. Meditation to connect to me and a child. Meditation to help going through a breakup. Meditation to help me with self-connection. All of it is on YouTube, and all of it is free. Like, none of this is costing you money. None of it. It's not costing you a penny. It's just costing you your time, which ultimately is the most valuable thing that you've got. So really allow yourself to go all in with this. Be like, right, if I'm doing this practice, then I'm giving it me all. Like, don't hold back. Just go all in. So whatever meditation stands out for you, trust in that. And set that intention before you press play. Be like, right, God, universe, creator, whatever feels good to you, higher self, give me what I need. Give me whatever I need right now in my life for this part of my journey, where I am. Give me that message. Allow myself to receive it. I am an open vessel to receiving the message that I need for this part of my journey, and then let it go. Detach, completely tip back your energy. Don't be in the meditation thinking, right, I need this big outcome, I need this answer, I need to know this, I need to know that. That's just you trying to control. That's just the ego trying to control. And the meditation will be absolutely pointless, because that is not what you're meditating for. The whole point in meditation is to release the control, to drop in, to allow, to receive, to surrender. And when you are in that vibration of surrender and receiving, you will get exactly what you need. But it also comes with trust as well. You've got to trust in that. You've got to trust in the message that is being delivered to you, knowing with full trust that this is what you need right now. Once you've done that part of your practice, then it's about really just spending the rest of that time with you. So maybe you want to go downstairs and make your favourite drink, coffee, tea, green tea, herbal tea, whatever you want. I like to do it after I've done my journaling, my gratitude, my meditation, connected to the breath. Then I treat it like a reward. It's a sacred practice for me. So I don't actually drink coffee anymore. That was my go-to drink, so I treated coffee like a reward for me showing up for myself at that part of my morning practice. And then I'd have my coffee whilst reading my book, doing affirmations, listening to a podcast, like something that keeps me in that frequency. So I don't just make me coffee and then get on my phone and get on Instagram and start scrolling and start messaging clients back and checking in with them and going on my emails. No. Remember your 60-minute window. So the biggest part of the 60-minute window is having no phone. So if you can, turn your phone on airplane mode, like your energy is not accessible for those 60 minutes. That will change your life on its own. Like, forget the gratitude, the music, the meditation, the sage, the incense, the altar, like fuck it all. Just not having a phone for those 60 minutes is life-changing. Try it. Get into the habit of doing something that makes you feel inspired, that makes you feel uplifted, that makes you feel motivated. So for me, I loved motivational speeches on YouTube. So I literally just typed in inspirational speeches, motivational speeches, uplifting content, whatever it was. And then again, it came down to trust in choosing the video that was meant for me. I would do that every single day, and listening to those people speak, and you're in that vibration of being in the heart and the body instead of the mind. Oh, they're literally speaking to your soul. Like, you'll get goosebumps. A lot of the time you'll cry. I used to sob. Like, I would listen to a motivational speech when I was in the heart space and after I'd done my morning practice and stuff, and I would be so emotional. I'd be like, oh my God, he knew that I needed that today. Like, I literally felt like they were speaking to me. I literally felt like they were speaking directly to me and what I needed and what my soul needed to hear, because I wasn't listening from my mind, I was listening from my heart. It's a different vibration. So reading books changed my life. Still to this day, like, you won't ever catch me not reading. I love reading books. Reading books is like a fast track. I think it's such, you fast forwarding years and years. Like, the people who've written these books, it's all of their wisdom and knowledge packed into a book that you can sit and read at any given time in your own time. So set yourself a target, and if you're new to reading and you don't like reading, then get an audiobook, but set yourself a target for in that morning to read 5 pages or read a chapter. So my thing was, I'd have my morning coffee and I'd be like, right, I'm going to read my book until I finish my coffee. So I wouldn't set pages or chapters, I'd just be in flow, and 9 times out of 10 I'd finish my coffee, but then I'd want to finish the next chapter, so I'd keep reading. Now I have to set time limits because I will just sit and spend the day reading the book, and I can't afford to do that because I've got too much shit to do. Then, just to end your practice, is about setting yourself up for your day ahead. So what is going to make you feel good that day? How can you be in service to you? How can you meet your inner child's needs? What do you need to do that day? So the first things to think about is, it's all the simple shit, girls. Like, this is all simple stuff. I'm not asking you to go and train for a marathon. I'm not asking you to go and join the gym. I'm not saying to you, right, you need to start doing this and start doing that. It's simple stuff. Like, what are you having for your dinner? What are you doing for your tea? What foods are you putting inside of your body? Where are your boundaries when it comes to those people in your life? Where can you pull back your energy? Where can you stop putting everybody else's needs before your own? Where can you start being in service to you before you're in service to everybody else? Where can you start implementing boundaries, actually sticking with them? This is going to take self-discipline. This is going to take you standing by you. This is going to be about self-made promises that you are not allowed to break. Remember, it's 30 days of devotion. Every time that you want to give up and you don't want to do it and you're falling back into old habits, just keep coming back to, it's just for 30 days. It's just for 30 days. And that's you tricking the subconscious mind, and then it takes off the pressure. But it's really about checking in with yourself on those daily habits, your routines, your rituals. What are you doing that doesn't feel good to your body? What are you doing that you know that you need to change? Like that vape in your hand right now as you're watching this video. Does that serve you? Do you need to have boundaries with it? Do you need to set boundaries of not constantly having it in your hand? It's little things like that. The vape's such a good example because everybody has a vape. But it's little things like that, small changes that you know you need to make. And these little changes all add up. It builds momentum and it gets easier. The more that you do it, the more that you show up, the more consistent you are, it gets easier to the point that you then don't have to think about it. It's just like brushing your teeth. You don't think about brushing your teeth, you just do it. And it's the same with all these habits and these rituals. You'll just find yourself waking up in the morning and going straight to your altar, getting your gratitude journal out, listening to meditations, connecting to your breath, getting out in nature. That's another big one. If I could give anybody advice for anyone who's struggling, anyone feels disconnected, anybody who's struggling with your mental health, maybe you have anxiety, panic attacks, might struggle with self-confidence, nature. Nature is my answer to everything. And the reason that I say that is because nature was my biggest work. Nature pretty much saved my life. It helped me so much, and it still helps me to this day. No matter what's going on in my life, you'll always find me out there in nature. It brings me home to me. It's a connection that you can't really explain. Like, it's experienced, it's felt deep within yourself. It's so personal to you that other people trying to explain it to you will never do it justice. Which is why you need to try it. You need to give it a go. Even if it's just 5 minutes. Even if you don't want to go to a local park, or you don't want to go somewhere where it's in public, go in your garden. Like, get your feet on the grass. Take your shoes off. Take your socks off. Allow your feet to connect to Mother Earth and just feel held. Just allowing that moment, in that very present moment, for your feminine to be held by Mother Earth. Just feel it in your heart space. Just allow yourself to feel again, out of the mind and into the body. It's life-changing. And then is your movement. Whatever movement you want to do. So maybe you go to the gym. Maybe you've been saying for a while now that you're going to start the gym. You're going to start that gym class on Monday morning, but you still haven't. This video is the sign that you have been asking for. Your spirit team have guided you here. Get to that gym class, or get to that gym, or get out on that run. Whatever it is, get doing it now. Start in the now. So whenever you're listening to this, maybe you can do it this evening, maybe you can set your alarm for tomorrow morning. Make the time, but schedule it in. Because when we just think it and we're like, yeah, I'm going to start the gym, yeah, I really do want to start that gym class, but we don't schedule it in, it never happens. It just stays as a thought. It just stays in the talking. There's no action with it. So again, bringing it back to the frequency of being a woman of your words. If you say you're going to start something, you do it. If you say you're going to start the gym, start the gym. Maybe you don't want to go to the gym. That's absolutely fine. YouTube has got so much free shit. You can do it in your living room. You can do it in your garden. There's no excuses. It's all free. All you need to do is create the space and create the time. That part's on you. Or maybe you don't even want to do a workout. You don't have to. Go out on a walk. Get your headphones on. Get your book. Go for a nice walk in nature. Find a bench. Go and sit on a bench and read your book, and then walk back. Get your 10k steps in. Watch how different you feel. And something else that I really, really invite you to do, which is medicine for your soul, is dance. Move your body. So I'm not talking about like going to dance class and learning like pole fitness and stuff. I'm talking about in your bedroom. Like when you're putting your cream on in the morning, put your favourite song on and move your body. Like feel into your hips. It is so healing. Do you know how much stored energy, our trauma we hold in our hips? And when you start moving and you're in flow and you're connected to your body, you will literally, like honestly, you feel it, the shift in your body. You feel the energy moving. Yoga is such a beautiful practice for this as well. Yoga used to make me so emotional. Not so much now, but I do have times where it will be. But when I first started doing yoga and you get into those hip exercises, oh my God, I would sob. I would literally, I'd be like, where the hell has this come from? And it's just stored energy in your hips. So yeah, that's your movement, whatever feels good to you. And the main thing that I want to really get across in terms of this morning practice, this 30 days of devotion to you, make it feel good to you. Don't make it feel like a to-do list. Make it feel fun. Make it feel energetic. Bring joy into it. Like bring your inner child in. Connect from within. Don't do it because you've watched this video and you're like, oh, I need to do this 30 days of devotion and treat it like a tick list. I never treated it like that. I allowed myself to enjoy it. I allowed myself to feel it. I'd check in and be like, I really enjoyed that this morning. I can't wait to do it again tomorrow morning. And then when you get in the routine with it and the consistency of it, you fall in love with it, and then it becomes who you are, and that's just your practice of who you are, not because anybody's telling you to do it or because it looks good on Instagram or because it's trending on TikTok, but because of how it makes you feel and how it makes you show up in this world as a person, as a mum. That was a big one for me. So my morning practice I would do before my son got up for school, and then once he got up for school, he got to meet that version of me. He got to meet the version of me who was on my highest frequency, because I'm in the heart space, I'm connected to me feminine, I've just meditated, I've just done my breath work, I've just done my mantra, I've just sat with myself at an altar. For God's sake, like, you will witness me as the highest version that you'll ever experience. And as our children, well, they deserve that. They deserve to meet the highest version of who we are. And I think if that's not enough ammunition to go all in on this 30 days, then I don't know what is. I think that's the most beautiful part about this practice, the fact that it's not just about you. It ends up not just being about you. It's about everybody around you. The impact that you have, they get to witness that version of you. They get to be around that frequency that you're in, and then that spills into them, because we're all just energy and we're all absorbing one another's. That's something that you'll notice when you're around people who are used to the other version of you, who's stressed and in chaos and a dysregulated nervous system and everything's going to shit, and you're always in that fight or flight mode where, like, you're always coming into work with like a story of, oh my god, I've had a flat tire, I got stuck at a red light, this happened, the kid's driving me mad, everything's going to shit. All of a sudden you're in a frequency of like, oh my god, I've had the best morning, oh my god, I can't believe I've just got a parking space, oh my god, I just met the nicest person at the tilling Asda, oh, I've just had the most beautiful conversation with the woman in the coffee shop. And they will feel your nervous system. That will impact them. That will have an impact on them and their vibration. I believe that's what impacts the world. As dramatic as that sounds, you leave your house in a different vibration, and then you meet strangers. People come into your energetic field and they're impacted by your vibration. They then get to carry that, and then they impact the people around them. And it's that ripple effect, and it's all created from you getting up an hour early, being at your altar, playing music on YouTube, and dedicating that time to your heart space. It's magic. So yeah, this podcast was a lot. I think this is my longest podcast ever. I thought it was going to be a 10-minute video. So I hope that you got what you needed. I hope you come across this video when it feels in alignment for you on your journey. And if you do feel the calling to go deeper, to get started on your healing journey, to really go into this inner work, then make sure to check out my membership, or you can reach out to me if you want to have a little chat and see if it's for you, see if it's in alignment. Always give me a message on Instagram. It's me who runs the page, so it'll be me who responds back to you. And yeah, I will see you in my next video.